I work with surgeons. No, he has a closet if it has cancer. Because they already done. No, well, they have to go with. Yeah. Oh, they do. No. I just I'm like, hurry up. They got a funeral tomorrow, too. He goes, oh my God. Numb this girl up. I'm like, yeah. I'm numbing it. What the heck? He's so sensitive on it. Right. Well, I don't know. Well, he better be. Yeah. Oh, here he is.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Now you've got a seat. Okay. Yeah. Now we don't have to worry about it. Yeah. Huh?
Right.
Bill gave Lorraine stuff from Lorraine. Yeah. I mean, does it get any better than that?
Yeah.
If I may have your attention, please, we're about to begin our service. If I could ask those of you still in line to pay your respects, to please file by the family quickly.
Down.
We were found a hotel key for someone at the Marriott, room 109. You have your hotel key. At this time, I'm going to ask that everyone please be seated. We are about to begin our service. If everyone could please take a moment to turn your cell phones to their silent mode. Conducting our service today is Rabbi Michael Summer.
The psalmist wrote those words long ago. I lift my eyes to the mountains, which is the source of my help. My help comes from Adonai, maker of heaven and earth. God will not let your foot give way. Your protector will not slumber. See, the protector of Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. God is your guardian. God is your protection at your right hand. The sun will not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. God will guard you from all harm. God will guard your soul. You're going and coming now, forever. A poet wrote, what is the measure of a man? His measure is the kind words people say when he isn't there, and the memories he creates that stay indelible in the minds of all who knew him. What is the measure of a man? It is the amount of love he leaves in people's hearts and the laughter he leaves upon people's lips. It is the length of time he's remembered, his good deeds and his kind words. Measured in the length of years, stories of his best moments get told by family and loved ones alike. Today we all feel we are here too soon. None of us were ready for a world without the love, stories, expertise, light, and warmth that was Bob Dunn. He lived an incredible 71 years that leaves us all wanting so much more. His life was the adventure he wanted to live, surrounded by the family and friends who meant the most to him. Family was everything to Bob. If you were a friend, he treated you like family, and if you were family, he would do almost anything for you. Son of Sophie and Louis, blessed memory, loving husband of Lorraine for 42 incredible years, father of Nicole and Larry, Erica and Mitch, doting papa of Baker and Evelyn, Cameron, brother of Michelle, blessed memory, cherished uncle, cousin, friend, and mentor to so many people around the world. We are blessed with the lives we share. May Bob's memory always be a blessing, as he was such a blessing in our lives, and he celebrated his memory. Poet wrote, if you are reading this, then I must be gone. Remember me true, my good days and bad, although I hope our memories hold more smiles than pain. Remember the days filled with laughter, so that your tears may hold some sweetness and less sorrow. I never claimed perfection, although I'm still convinced I was right most of the time. But please forgive me those moments when I couldn't admit I was wrong. I tried to fit so much in what felt like so little time. Life is built day upon day, where memories accumulate like fallen leaves in autumn. We keep only the most special and colorful ones, while the rest are swept away and forgotten. I'm so blessed for all my days being filled with so much color. If this is being read, and I'm off elsewhere never to return, remember my love for you more than anything else, because in the end, that is all that matters most. The birds made famous these ancient words of Ecclesiastes when they sang that there's a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to tear down and a time to build, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be silent and a time to speak. Now is the time to speak about this incredible life, as he invited up his wife Lorraine to talk about how.
You're sitting here in total shock. My brain is trying to comprehend what the heck is going on. Words may be scrambled, so please understand. You have so many different, exciting, amazing facets to your enormous personality. If anyone is fortunate to step into your presence, they are immediately drawn to your energy. I saw it instantly, but nonetheless, made you work hard to win me over, but you did. Nothing is worthwhile that comes easy. There truly was never a dull moment. As you loved a good roller coaster, our life had ups, downs, sideways, and loops, but it was an honor and a privilege to ride it through with you. I hope you are tearing up the sky on your motorcycle, drag racing to your heart's content, blocking pucks from entering the net, and skating until your legs can't hold you up any longer. While you're visiting with all your buds and family, talk as long as you want. Not be dragging you out. I'm so glad you no longer have pain. Have a safe journey to the other side. My love, hurry and be with God. See you when my time is right.
He even took me to get my belly button pierced when I was 18 to make sure I was going to a reputable piercing parlor. He said, well, if you're going to do it yourself anyways, I may as well go with you to make sure you do it safely. Whose dad would take their kid to get their body pierced? Mine did. He's the one I always wanted to talk to for advice, because somehow he always managed to say the right things at the right time when I needed it most. He really did know everything. My dad was my confidant and my best friend. I don't think there was a person he met that didn't like him, unless you got it going about politics. He was able to get along with just about everyone he met, unless you got it going about politics. Many people didn't agree with his viewpoints, but I think we could all agree that he definitely loved and was passionate about his country. My dad could strike up a conversation with just about anyone, regardless of their background. He somehow always found a common ground within 5 minutes of speaking to him, he became your best friend. Over the past few days, I've heard from so many people, near and far, that said they remembered him from back when, and I'm so touched to know that he made an impact on so many people's lives. He was the world's greatest friend, would give anyone the shirt off his back, and had incredible friendships with people dating back to when he was just 2 years old. Most of his friends have been in his life for 60 plus years, a testament to his character. My dad never met a party he didn't like, be it a bar bat mitzvah, a wedding, a friend's get-together, or even a shiva. He was always the first one on the dance floor, the first one to the sweet table. He never met a sweet table he didn't like. And always the last one to shut the party down, no matter the occasion. He was always the life of the party, and everyone always wanted to be around him. He lit up every room he walked into with his infectious smile and positive energy, and boy, could he command a room with his speeches. Does everyone remember the speech he gave me at my wedding? He should have won an Oscar with that one. All men are pigs is basically the gist of that story. My dad also was one of the strongest people I've ever had the honor of knowing, even though he didn't think so most of the time. His own father passed away when he was 21, so he had to quickly figure out a way to provide for his family to make ends meet when he was so young. He became a commodities trader, worked extremely hard to provide for his family, and to give us the best possible life we could have been given. Later on, he had to pivot and started his own company, teaching trading, and ended up having a following on social media that we were all shocked to find out he had. I think he had about 65,000 followers or something on Twitter, and was absolutely in his element when he was able to teach his own way and tell his own stories. He loved what he did, it gave him purpose, and truly enjoyed connecting with people from all around the globe, across all walks of life. Just another testament to his character and his incredibly jovial personality. He was a 2-time prostate cancer survivor and was able to help me navigate my own cancer journey without even batting an eye. When I was sick, he was the one who pushed me to get a second and third opinion. I got my determination and drive from him. He was the only one who sat with me day in and day out during my horrific treatments, attended every single appointment and test, either in person or over FaceTime, so I wouldn't have to be alone, and slept next to me for 8 days while I was in the hospital recovering. My father was my hero and my best friend. I would be remiss not to mention what an incredible papa he was to my kids. He had the most incredible bond with his grandson, Baker. From the moment my son was born, the two of them had this indescribable bond that could have never been broken. They were 2 peas in a pod. My dad lived for Baker, and nothing made him happier than when he got to spend time with him. He absolutely loved blowing up the Halloween decorations together, watering the grass in the backyard together, playing with power drills together, watching Newsmax together, eating dino duties together, playing Pillow Mountain and Avalanche Valley together, diving for cash together, and even loved when he called him Poopy Papa. His love for his best friend was unbreakable, and I'm heartbroken that they won't get to create other memories together. How am I supposed to sum up his life in just a few minutes? I'm absolutely devastated that the world lost an incredible human being on March 3rd, way too soon and much too tragically. He had such a zest for life and was an incredible husband, father, and grandfather. Dad, we will make sure to tell stories about you every single day so your memory stays alive within those that love you. I miss you so much already, and my heart hurts so badly. This all just feels like a dream still. I know you will be looking down on us, protecting us from above. I can't wait until I can give you the biggest hug and kiss again. You can now finally be reunited with your mom, dad, and sister, along with your cousin and friends that I know you dearly missed. I know they are waiting for you with open arms, and you'll be partying up there very soon. Let's all ride the wave, light a big fat one up, and head over to see God in his honor together. I think you would really get a kick out of that. I love you more, Daddy. I'd like to see you again.
America.
We didn't really but a lot of similar things. Dad, you truly were one of a kind. I think every person in this room can agree, and that's what we loved most about you. You beat your own drum, beat your own paths, you swayed when everyone swerved, said what was on your mind unfiltered, and were unapologetic with you. Just seeing how many people are here today shows just how much you have left a footprint in everyone's heart. Loved by so many, Mom, your family, friends, and even your impressive Twitter following. I knew you had quite a following, but after reading the outpouring of love, such kind, genuine words, even many stating how you would truly change their lives, I couldn't be more proud to be your daughter, as you have touched thousands of people worldwide. Anyone that meets you is instantly drawn because of your outgoing, selfless, and humorous character. You've made everyone laugh and feel so welcome, and you genuinely care about everyone you meet. I cannot get over all the amazing and funny stories just full of love that keep pouring in you and your friends, colleagues, and students. It's truly a testament to how special of a person that you are. My dad was quite the storyteller, and as hard as it has been for me to write this, just due to the utter shock I have been experiencing and loss of words, here are some stories I loved about my dad. He loved to get parties, most of you know. He loved them so much, we were always dragging him out because he was the last one standing. He would be leaving as the band was leaving. He even made it out till 3 a.m. on Mitch and my wedding night, and I personally had to escort him back to his room myself. He loved his friends so much, and he just never wanted to miss out on moments with them. He also loved my friends. In college, he would drive my friends and I to parties, so we would have a ride, and he would even wait up, pick us up, and then on top of that, make us frozen pizza, and then talk about our adventures out together. He genuinely loved hanging out with us and hearing about our lives. Growing up, he did everything he could to give us the best childhood and life for Mom. He had so much love for my mom, as they were married for 42 years. Today happens to be Purim, and what a fitting day. My dad loved a good costume. He even met my mom at a Halloween party. He won her over after that evening by stalking her at work wearing all of his gold chains that she finally gave in and never turned back. He was a charmer. The two of them were best friends, and they just knew each other in a way no one else could understand. After going through so many life adventures, grievances, and challenges, they still managed to stick together due to the strong love that they shared for each other. Together, they loved going out to eat, riding a motorcycle, going to movies, vacationing with friends, and just spending time with all their friends. They had so many. That's because they were just a blast to hang out with together. My dad always went overboard on everything. And about fashion, he always outdid himself and went over the top. From school science projects, making paper-mache shoeboxes, he would stay up all night long to perfect the final piece, making sure we had best project in class. We love to ice skate, so we built a giant ice rink in our backyard year after year, every winter for the whole neighborhood and friends to enjoy. He instilled adventure in us by taking us to Six Flags, go-kart tracks, and water parks. And although we may have gotten kicked out, the band did it never because he told us or even taught us how to clog the water slide by making a human traffic jam. As I became an adult, he still outdid himself for me. In the height of COVID, April 2020, without even telling me, because he knew I would forbid him from doing this, he printed out dozens of signs rooting for the nursing heroes and putting them all over the hospital lawn. He was so proud of me. He wasn't just my biggest cheerleader, but to so many other people who didn't even know, and still was until the day he passed. And then in Bob fashion, for my birthday, a couple months later, again, he printed out, shows up to my hospital, and not just a cake, but essentially a whole arm to sweet people. Messages not just my biggest cheerleader. He loved it. So many other people couldn't keep going up. It still wasn't one day. Now, I'm sure most of you guys are about fashion for my birthday a couple of my dad loved Halloween. Shows up, he also loved bakers so much. Essentially, his favorite was people. And that's just favorites one. He loved buying maybe two pretty cute little characters for our own. Now, I'm sure most of you have seen our other decorations. Even my dad loved, I'm pretty sure our mom. He also loved bakers so much. And because dad would be his mom about one eye and his did Bob and I maybe 2 or 3 little lifers for our own holidays and together about 30. Even talks about the bridge and whether after so many years of denying it. Dad gave them all the things I was working. He also taught me how life was a sister of building his family after. Bob loved to be after so many years of denying it. You took our cousins, our friends, and we were right with him. You also taught us how not only were you blind by your own terms, my Bob's love pretty much everything else is true, even if it was just you took our husband and other friends always making it and loved them way back. Not only were you loved by your own friends, but my friends. Yeah, we were pretty much always right, because even if it was just one, so proud of what we did. Whether it was a first ring, yes, just still have in the living room. Dad, you were told my biggest my cheerleading is, and especially because the day of your birthday, graduation, you were always choosing so passionate and cheerleading the day of your pitch, and when you call, you were so proud of your dancing, cheerleading, you were always just so proud of your trying to feel fluent but we're so rewarded. Dan Bobbitt was the stand-up guy and another psychologist for trying to feel you were Baker's most adored and thought it was stand-up guy and other because of the sister. You will continue to be most favorite just I was privileged enough to watch me living for Baker in the very first I was privileged enough to watch me image of my dad in class like special bond and I love ultimate growth. You love us also made such an impression on everyone here today. And because of that impression, I'm so different today. And because of that, this was the difference. The world will never be the same without you. The world will never be the same without you. That heavens and being for Dad, keep riding the wave. Dad, reunite with your best friends, reunite with your friends. It's about to get rowdy. It's about to get rowdy. I wish I heard this, but I hope when I'm going to my right now, my last day, you will be born.
Bob was born in Chicago and grew up in Albany Park. He graduated from Von Steuben High School and attended Northeastern University for a time. Bob was a jack of all trades. Lorraine, you met Bob when he was in the jewelry business. Then Bob went to work as a commodities trader, and he taught in-house the technical analysis of trading for a big firm. Then Bob launched his career as an entrepreneur, building his brand, teaching trading while amassing a global following of people online and through his in-person courses. Bob loved traveling all over the country and the world, teaching, especially throughout Europe, in Dubai, and in Singapore. Lorraine, you described how you lived across from the party house and met Bob July 4th, 1978, at a party your father forbade you from attending. In fact, your father placed a lifetime ban on you being over at that house, but thankfully you had graduated college and determined your own fate. July 4th, Bob blew you off because someone told him you had a boyfriend. You met again that Halloween where Bob dressed as the mummy, wondered why he had never met you if you lived across the street, and you told him exactly what you thought after meeting him the first time, and walked away in your Pink Panther costume. Despite Bob's beautiful blue eyes, the only thing you could really see of him in the mummy costume, Bob then proceeded following you around the entire party, trying to keep your attention and make up for his behavior on the 4th of July. Someone at the party must have told Bob where you worked, and he showed up wearing almost every piece of jewelry he owned since he was working in jewelry sales at the time. Appearances aside, Bob swept you off your feet, and you made 42 incredible years together, creating 2 incredible daughters, welcoming Larry and Mitch into the family, and allowing Bob to become the happiest papa to Baker, Adeline, and Cameron. Bob was just a light in this world. He loved being the life of every party and the thick of the crowd where everyone loved hearing his stories. He changed people's lives, teaching as many as he could how to make money using his information and system. If you knew Bob, you loved him. If Bob loved you, there was nothing he wouldn't do for you. Every friend considers Bob one of their best friends, if not the best friend. We all know, however, that Baker is Bob's true best friend. He loved when Baker made him a papa for the first time. They loved playing Pillow Mountain and Avalanche Alley in the adjustable bed. They loved decorating for Halloween together. Bob excelled at his passion of decorating for Halloween so much that the year he didn't decorate the neighborhoods came, the year he didn't decorate, the neighborhood kids came and knocked at the door to find out why and what happened to his famous display that year. Baker and his papa would explore a gnome garden and loved watering the grass together and playing with their respective power drills to build and repair things. Baker also loved diving for cash, diving into Bob's cup holder of change in his car with 10 seconds to get as many quarters as he could, while looking forward to those beloved bonus rounds. Bob spent every moment he could with Baker and family when he wasn't spending time with friends. Lorraine, you described how Bob was always the last to leave any celebration. He'd leave with the band at the end of every wedding and bar mitzvah. Erica, you described your dad as such a great father, always so involved in your lives. He loved when you and Nicole made him a dad. You remarked how he was always so helpful with all the creative stuff you needed to do for school growing up. He always outdid himself. He truly cared and wanted the best for you both, whether it was creating a winning science fair project or creating a costume from scratch. Bob was all in. Nicole, you talked about how your dad gave you the best life he could and always wanted to provide for you all. He never missed a dance recital. Of course, Nicole, as the firstborn, Bob was very strict when it came to homework and studying. He never let you multitask with music or the TV on. But you two loved each other so much, you always wanted to please him. All your friends loved Bob and loved hanging out at your house all the time and sleeping over. Bob always treated your friends as part of the family and created so many incredible memories as you all grew up together. You all loved going as a group to Six Flags and going on all the rides with your dad. Bob made friends everywhere he went, too many to even let everyone say a few words today. There are so many Bob stories, there should really be a book to remember them all. Today, there just isn't enough time to convey all Bob meant to everyone and talk about all the moments he made memorable. Lorraine, Nicole, and Erica hope so many stories get told at their home afterwards during the Shiva. Lorraine, you talked about how Bob was always so generous to everyone. He had the biggest heart. Of course, he was also completely unfiltered, and you never quite knew what would come out of his mouth. Bob could talk to anyone anytime. If he just met you, a moment later it was as if you had always known him your whole life. Mitch, you described how much Bob loved going to dinner with a student or a group of his students after teaching one of his courses, just to get to spend more time with them and get to know them better. Bob was in his glory whenever he was in front of a class, teaching and telling his stories. It is a great testament to Bob's place in all your lives by how many friends flew in to celebrate Bob's 70th birthday on such short notice. He loved spending the night talking to all of you who could make it, so many of his best people in one place for one night, speaking about how much it meant to be part of each other's lives. Bob loved having you all in his life as much as you loved him in yours. Bob loved playing hockey and was a great coach who took his Mighty Ducks quality team and made them into state champions. He loved collecting and building train sets, collecting coins and sport memorabilia, and especially collecting Matchbox cars with Baker. He loved eating at Superdog, Newsmax, and talking politics with anyone while allowing no one to disagree with him. The world has lost some of its color and jubilation this week. A great light has gone out, leaving us with each other and the memories that bind all of your lives together. In living, we all try to make the world a better place. We try to make a difference wherever we go in hope of raising children who grow up, thrive, and hopefully bring new life into the world. Bob worked hard to make a difference in all your lives. May we always remember the best of Bob in his strength and health. May his memory always be a blessing, as he was a blessing in all of your lives.
Compassionate God, eternal Spirit of the universe, make perfect rest in your shelter presence of Father, has entered eternity. God of mercy, let him find refuge in your shadow presence and shadowy wings. Let his soul be found down in the Father, everlasting life. God is his inherit. Rest in peace. Let us all say.
As a reminder, it will not be going into
the end house. You gentlemen, pick you a couple of you on this side.
Gentlemen, if we could have 3 and 3 on each side.
More than 3 people. Everyone get in.
We're going to lift on the count of 3, place the casket on the rollers and gently slide in. 1, 2.
He's rigged, Mike, the villain. Yeah, I know. That's right. All right, we're yeah, I know. You're right. You're right.
Bert, you're gonna go that way. Bert.
And it go.
Right, we can go close by. Bob couldn't wait? You think Bob couldn't wait?
Bro,
Wait, wait for me and Paul. Don't worry, he's got a story to get. I'm sure.
We're gonna ask everyone to gather behind the chairs, please.
Not straight now. No. Put the hand.
We continue together with the 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He guideth me in straight paths for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou hast anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. We rise for the mourner's cottage. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah. V'yalma v'yivrach v'yarteh v'yamlich malchoteh. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei l'chol Beit Yisrael. V'agala v'zman kariv v'maru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah v'barach le'olam v'lomei almaya. Yitbarach v'yitabach v'pa'ar v'tomam v'yitnaseh. V'tadar v'taleh v'talal shemei l'kudsha b'riku. Le'ela min kol b'rachata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Damiran ve'oma v'maru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'maru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'romav. Huya aseh shalom. Alinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'maru. Amen. May God grant peace to those who mourn and comfort to all bereaved among us as we say together. You may be seated. We pray silently as they complete the lowering and the vaulting. We'll place earth from Israel, the piece of our original home. When it comes time to place earth into the grave of a loved one, it's become tradition to place 3 scoopfuls of sand or earth into the grave to show the intention you come towards this mitzvah, which can never be repaid. You can just put the scoop or the shovel back down to let each person come to the mitzvah themselves. We pray silently.
Folks, those of you that will be participating, we're going to ask that you please be very mindful of your footing near the edge of the grave. The ground is soft and wet, so please be very, very careful. Anyone who else would like to shovel, you can come over to the other side. Come around, please. There are 2 shovels on either side of the mound. Yep, on that side, absolutely. Sure. Once you've participated, our service is concluded. You may return to your cars.
That's already well, here. Thanks for all the good
I should have. Here, one of
so firm.
yeah.
A lot of it's, you know what I mean? It's. Yeah, and I'm thinking Stu is probably.
Yeah, well, that's all.
Right. Right, maybe right.
Who? I'm right around there.
Right here.
Oh, is that a customer? There was like in the drink. So how was it? Beautiful. I like it.
No, we're glad you came dressed.
Get a kick out of that, Jay. Come on with me.
Got here.
Dad, why don't you come on the other side? Oh, fine.
Wow.
You don't get bonus points for falling.
Red one.
I'm not gonna fall.
I know, but I have to ask you to, that you're, you gotta be completely on the ground, please, thank you. Since on my watch, thank you.
I don't know now.
Control the boat so long. Thank you.
Fantastic. You're not shocked?
Oh, I didn't talk to you. Brandon, the one found you.
Right.
How long you're this problem? I know it was. I have a Robert Graham shirt.
Why aren't you leaving Washington? That's when you get your USA Today. Yeah. Today. That's what you got done for listening. Unfortunately, yeah. Oh, this is cool. Our friend. Wherever he calls.
It's Mitch, you're missing a spot.
No problem.
Oh, we're not finished. Oh, 100%.
No.
What do I do? If you don't know, what do I do?
That's not 30%. Very small.
Sure. Then goes, we're at the house now, it's time to go get a long shot. That's what you like 3 times.
No way.
You want them to put the rest on, or can they, since it's covered, you want them to?
Yes.
What do you want to do?
Back it all the way on up. Be mild on up here.
Okay.
Whatever came up, let's go. Jerry,
I just got that today. Someone sent it to me. From Arnold. Yeah. Yeah.
any of you gentlemen want to come take a shovel, it's one of the biggest mitzvahs you can do because he cannot repay the mitzvah. Just letting you know. So if you see somebody along the road, you bury it.
Same, we never moved. Where are you? Did you guys move?
Bob does a project. There's always extra parts when Bob was done with it.
left the hand hanging out.
Yes, yeah. We'll put it.
Yeah, bring the dirt back. I'll be all about free dirt.
Religion was my favorite thing to go to in high school. I remember that. Where is that? Maybe the movie watch it. We remember jail. Hood? He always used to go in your shorts, see if you're wearing your jacket. And no one ever was. I thought today would be. We are there.
We're done.
We're bring this dirt back and put it in the backyard.
You would think your armor would.
Hang tight, my friend.
I would have gone right now. It's just funny. What's funny? The very ones? So you know, I got all those stories.
Enjoy, Mom. Take care.
Our services here are now concluded. We'll ask everyone to please return to your cars and join the family back at the residence.